Okay, here's another tour of house stuff. I made a little house since the magic doo-doo expansion. It's not an expansion pack. What is it? Like a... They have all these different things. They have game packs, expansion packs, stuff packs. I don't know what the hell it is. That thing came out. So I wanted to make a house with the stuff in it. I was gonna wait to buy it, but I had some leftover money from Christmas, actually. And I know there have been a lot of, well, it's a little bit stanky. But, you know, some of the items are cool, at least. I hate this. Look at this. Since when did this glitch appear? Oh, wait, no. You have to recolor it, and they go back to the normal size. See? You guys rich? No! Nobody's rich enough to afford my stupid house. Even Vlad can't afford it. I gotta get someone to move into this house because I have to change the lights. Stay outside. Stay there. No, stay there. Don't touch anything. You don't live here. I'm just moving you in so you can change the lights. Okay, now I moved someone in and I changed the lights and stuff like I was going to. So here's what it looks like from the outside. As usual, I'm just gonna go over it in like a little tour sort of thing to show. It's like a pretty small house. There's not many rooms inside, but so I guess maybe outside first. Ignore this man. That's the person that I had to move in to change the light colors. You got the mailbox and the package and the, I guess kind of like a little walkway area. Oh yeah, and to follow the limitations, there's no custom content and I only use things from the magic pack and the base game, which is stupid and sucks. And because I have so much magic custom content stuff and like book piles and things, and the whole time I'm like, why can't I add stuff that looks good? The base game has no good book piles or anything. So, to my dismay, I challenged myself to only build with those two things. So there's none of the usual custom content, it's just the base game and just the magic expansion pack. So that's why some of it looks ugly, but anyway. This is the outside part. A little walkway thing to go up to the stairs. It's like a tiled outside of the house. I don't know, I thought that was cooler than wood or whatever. I was looking for different colors and things that kind of go well together, and I sort of like this, even though it's a little busy. I mean, magic stuff is often kind of busy and strange looking, so you have the opening place where you, oh my goodness, the heights are weird because I have these tall parts, so the camera keeps jumping everywhere. You have this like opening place, and then the whole yard is sort of fenced off and they don't really use it. There's just weird miscellaneous magical stuff growing over there, and there's this like pool sort of area. I was gonna make the water pink because that would look more magic-y, but then it makes the windows, and there's this basement room with windows to the pool, and it makes the windows like pink colored too. So I didn't want it to change the color of the windows, but you have this like overgrown magical garden with a pond sort of looking place with the mushrooms and whatever, and little vines hanging everywhere. All of these different plants and stuff. I don't know, it's really nice. Like, I like this shot. Maybe better at a different time of day. Like, ooh, morning sunlight. Ooh. I don't know, I think it's kind of pretty. It's a pretty little area, even though I guess they don't use it, I don't know. I actually didn't really have much of a story for people in this house because my focus was just on trying to make stuff match, because it's so hard to match some of this stuff. Oh yeah, and something that I forgot to show, actually, there's this gardening area too. It's like just, because it's very small and kind of in the corner. I sort of forgot about it, but It's just kind of storage slash garden stuff. Plain chair. I guess for plants that they have, whatever. So that's the whole outside and the roof and what most of the building looks like. Everything's a little bit asymmetrical. Everything's a little bit weird because I really wanted to have like a little pointy thing coming up here, but I realized that thing, it's this thing. I think that would look cool right there, but it's part of the Vampires expansion pack, so I couldn't use it. So I was like, oh no. So it's just a barren dome. But and so you come in onto the second floor. Actually, there is no first floor doors. You have to go through this little doorway and stuff, and that's cool. The window making light on the stairs. And I know this is very pattern mixy, but I don't know. I feel like it's okay. I feel like it matches in a way. It matches in its own little way. So you have the little plants hanging here and stuff. Go up the tiled walkway sort of place, and then this is where you come in, which is sort of like a dining room, opening sitting room slash kitchen, and the stairs that lead downstairs are there. I like the windows on the stairs. I like there's two little windows right there. You come in. Here's a table to set your letters and stuff, I guess, if you just got the mail from the mailbox, and candles, and a place to sit. And there's firewood for the stove, kind of stored under here, under this little shelf area. And just a book, and I had to use in-game books to make books everywhere, because I couldn't use custom content, so I couldn't use my book clutter I always use. So there's just like random actual books from the game laying around it. Now, a little place to hang your coat, mirror to check yourself before you leave, plants hanging everywhere. I kind of like this weird wall. One wall is tall, and then it goes like shorter and shorter or something. I don't know. It's like a weird... I added lots of weird things because I thought it's a magic house. It's weird. You got the little orange tree, and here's a place to eat. This is a tiny... It's a cracker. It's a caviar cracker, but I sized it up so that it looks maybe like a plate of food. Lots of stuff from the show live edit objects menu thing. So this is just like a little nook to eat in, I guess. Some stuff. I had a lot of trouble thinking of paintings because the base game paintings and stuff are not that magic-y looking, but yeah, I tried to hang stuff on the walls. And then you have, because these don't come with cabinets that match, I just did like open shelves on the walls and took a bunch of random stuff from the hidden objects menu to make, you know, things on a shelf. The little... I wish these had a better... Oh my goodness, where am I? Hello, camera. I wish these had a better, like maybe like a brown color or something. Because it's like, silver doesn't really go with this. Neither does white. Like, they need like a brown to kind of match all the brown tones. Like, why wouldn't they just... Because like the other... these... Hold on, let me get to the kitchens. Like this. If they had this sort of color. Now that would be good. But... And I could just use those stoves, but I was like, well, I'm trying to use things from explicitly the magic pack, so I should use the magic stoves. I don't know. So they only come in weird... They don't come in like brown. So I just did green and was like, well, there's green in the windows. I'm basically trying to match everything to these windows. And that's very hard because the colors of the windows are weird and they don't match everything. And like these don't match everything either. These are really hard to match. Like I wanted to use the curtains because they're curtains for the build, but they don't have like a green. Green is a predominant theme color for all of this stuff, and they don't have like a good green color or even like a good brown or anything. It's just, I don't know, the colors are weird when you try to use all this stuff in the magic pack together. Some of them kind of don't like match up right, or they don't really like look right together, and so it's like you still have to strategize even though they're all part of a set. You're like, wait, hold on, I have to use this. Yeah, that's why I didn't use these curtains, because they don't match stuff well. I mean, there are certain things that do match very well, but if you go outside of that color scheme at all or try to use certain swatches, they just don't match with anything. But anyway, so I decided the green was okay because green's in the window and I'm trying to match everything to the windows. So, you know, you just have kitchen shelves, stuff on the shelves, little candles, a little stool to sit on, some drying herbs and stuff, some dirty dishes, things like that near the sink. And that's kind of the whole opening room. And then you have this, which I guess is just like a sitting room or something. I don't know. You have a little TV, I guess. They watch television, even though they're magic people. Family pictures and stuff, and normal pictures. It's pretty plain. This is weird. They need more round tables. Maybe with other expansion packs they have round tables, but I don't see a lot of round tables in the ones that I own. There's like that one round table and that's it. Oh wait, let me make this go away. There's like that one round table that's really giant. You know, sometimes I want a round table for the middle of a room. That's like a coffee table, not like these side tables, because that's not very big. Like a kind of big round table, but not like big. And it's really a pain to size down tables, because then placing things on them is annoying, so I try not to do that. But anyway, here's the weird coffee table jutting out in the middle of the room, but for having tea or whatever, and it's mostly just a nice little place to sit, read a book, do some stuff. Again, it's kind of busy, the wallpaper plus all the patterns or whatever, but I don't know, I think it goes together in a way, in a certain weird magic-y aesthetic type of way. So that's just like a living room sort of place. And then to actually get to the places that people sleep, you go downstairs. Boop. You go down these stairs, and there's also like a glitch or something where the stairs are really dark. These stairs are way darker than the swatch looks like. There, and see like how the wall is all lit up and the stairs are dark, even though this lighting works on it. Like this, I don't know. Anyway, so ignore the stairs being dark. This is like one of the people. So this person's bedroom, this is their like office area. So it's just kind of a little magic person's office. Let me tell you about how annoying it is to get all these items and raise them up and sit them on top of this stupid shelf. But I tried to have some clutter and stuff everywhere. The floor's kind of weird, but I was going with like a more brown theme, and then I was like, you know what, red kind of looks okay. So then I started have the walls red and the floor have like red tiles on it or whatever, and it's an aesthetic, I guess. I didn't know that these potions have these freaking things. See these little things coming up from them? I was just using them as plain potion bottles. Since I moved someone in and all of the items have been activated, now it looks kind of weird, but yeah, it's just a little study place. Got magic stuff. Have a sword. I found that in the item catalog place or whatever, and I was like, well, I don't really know what to do with this, but I guess it looks magic-y. So, you know, just a little place. Books, magic-y looking items, plants, maps, things that a magic-y person would have in their little, what is that called? Their little study area. And then in here is the only bathroom in the house, very small bathroom. This I also had a lot of trouble matching things to things, because I don't know. It's just weird. Like, they should have brown for these too. Now they have this, which has kind of brown outlines on it, and then this kind of purple, not purple, it's like a reddishy, purpley kind of thing, but like, I don't know. Because there's so much brown in this pack. There's like the brown, the dark wood, all this stuff, and then like none of the not appliances, but you know, the like actual things that come with it are very brownish colored, so it was kind of, I don't know, it was hard to match everything. Also, I used this sink instead of the weird peacock magic sink or whatever, because I thought this is kind of cool because it matches the tiles here. And again, they have like some teal in this pack, but then none of the appliances have any teal. They have like a light blue kind of color, but not teal. So this was hard to match also, but it's kind of, I went for like a pastel cream, teal and green sort of, and gold, I guess, because it's an escapable type of look. So that's the little bathroom. Of course, this person loves plants, or I don't know. I just like to put plants everywhere because it makes corners look less empty to have a bunch of plants. So that's the little bedroom area. Oh, you can see this little plant, I don't know, from the bedroom. Not bedroom, bathroom. It's a bathroom area, yes. So that's that whole place. Through this door into the bedroom. And this is the tiles again. And this is another thing, this dark green color. They have the bed that's dark green, and like, why wouldn't the curtains, these should come in that like dark emerald green color, because like nothing matches this bed. This rug from the base game kind of does, but like the windows don't even really match the bed that much. I don't know, I was trying to find what can match this dark. I think they should have that should be, because like these don't come in like a dark green either. I think that would be a really cool color. Like I think the bed looks really cool, and it would be cool to kind of run with that color as like a theme, but I don't know, I couldn't find much, so I tried. These are kind of more orangey than red, so I sort of went with like a reddish orange and kind of bluey green, emeraldy green sort of. These greens are obviously different because there's nothing that matches this emerald green color in any of the curtains that I saw. Maybe if you have all the expansion packs, there are some curtains that match that, but I don't know, working with what I was working with, I couldn't find anything that matched it, so I was just like, okay, vague green and orange sort of theme, I guess. So that's this. Oh, also, come in here. Postcards. This person hung up some postcards or whatever they got from different places, like next to their bed, so they have their little... This is kind of a tight squeeze, but I'm sure you could still open these cabinets, not cabinets, drawers, and then like a little, I don't know, kind of like a vanity sort. This is also, the mirrors in this game sit so high and you can't make them lower. You can raise them up, but you can't make them any lower. So I really only chose this mirror because it was the lowest mirror, and I didn't want the mirror to be right over the window. So I don't know. I would have gone with like a more fancy mirror, but this is like the one that sits the lowest, and you can't lower them on the wall. So I had to use it. You got a little plant sitting on top of the mirror though. Some cosmetics and stuff. A book pile that I had to make myself out of books because they don't have any book piles really in the base game. And then a little painting area with some plants and stuff, you know. So that, it's kind of weird with the colors, but again, it was really hard to match stuff with the limitations that I was challenging myself to use. They got a little bowl of fruit so they can snack while they write in their studies journal or whatever. So that's this whole... the second floor, I guess? It's more like the first floor, but it's the second place you get to. You know, first floor, kind of. More like second floor, but it's the place you enter. Has the kitchen and all this stuff. And then the first floor, which is the second place you get to, which is this. And then down here, through this little tiny doorway, you have... there's some, I was gonna say vegetables. There's some herbs and stuff drying, and a little window, and then, you get down to a secret lair. It's not a secret lair. This whole place, or whatever, this is where the second person who lives in the house lives, and this pool is like it's not supposed to be a pool, it's kind of like a pond, and it's like a magic pond sort of thing, and these crystals are growing out of it, and the mushrooms are also growing in it, and flowers are growing in it, and these little blue things or whatever they are. So it's like and these light orbs exist there for no reason. I don't know. I found them in the stuff and I wanted to use them. So it's kind of like I don't know, pretend this like extends further and it's like a whole underground area or something, and like from the top you can only see a little bit of it peeking through, but maybe there's like an underground crystal cavern or something like that. But this is just a little magic-y pond with crystals growing, and you can see some of the crystals are kind of growing through the walls because they're, I don't know, maybe they're corrosive or something, I'm not sure, which means this room would get flooded with water sometimes, but they're magic people, so maybe there's like a magic barrier. So like the crystals can grow through, but you know, the walls aren't going to fully collapse or whatever. And so here's, because I wanted to use this, because see, this is one of the color schemes, these windows and the stuff that goes with it that actually do match together. You know, some of the trying to match the windows or trying to match the items to each other is kind of weird, and it seems like they don't all fit together. But this, if you do like a black, purple, you know, kind of white, silvery, teal, whatever sort of color scheme, that could, all of the items go together, or they all have swatches that match in that color or whatever. So I wanted to do one that actually like matched okay. Even though, of course, I made it weird because I made it all cluttery or whatever. But so these are crystals growing through from the pond area. And some bookshelves with stuff on them. And then this, as you come down the stairway, you see crystals they've collected and things like that. And little bottles of... These are supposed to be like specimens or whatever, but I'm just using them for like... Pretend they're bottles of ingredients and... things like that, because I haven't played the magic boo-boo whatever. I haven't actually, I don't know what you actually do with anything if you have ingredients or something, but pretend that these are jars of ingredients. And a little desk for them to write at, and some books stacked everywhere, a place for them to sit, a glass, maybe they were drinking something, and writing in a book. Making potion stuff. This is like a little ingredient station or whatever. And yes, some of these books hover because I had to make my own book piles and they don't sit on top of each other correctly. But from an upper view, you can't really see that. I don't know, maybe this is like where they like weigh ingredients, and because we have what looks like an eyeball. I'm not really sure what this is. And some things that look like ingredients. And some potions in this little thing. I had to add extra potions. It looks like you can only put... Like these I just raised up. They're not actually in here. These actually snap to the thing, but it seems like you can put like one in each of these, which kind of just looks weirdly barren, like to have one potion per little cabinet. So I added some extra ones, and it's like a potion cabinet, except for this is a crystal, so not totally just potion cabinet. And there's this stuff up here, and these paintings, and a little mirror in the corner, and then this is where they sleep, which has purple light in it, so it looks very, very purpley. Here's another homemade book stack that I just took books from the game and stacked them on top of each other. And some flowers. This is more... I mean, it's cluttery, but I feel like it's not as, like, weird and disorganized as maybe places like this look. Or maybe they're equal, I don't know. But they have some neater, you know, like, there's not stuff all over here. It's just a few things. It's a little bit neater looking of a place. It's a little bit neater looking with how they keep stuff organized. They have a little bit less stuff. So they have some, like, wands up here, and whatever this is in the corner, and a little magic-y crystal fireplace sort of thing. I just really like these beds. I think it's a cool concept, but I really wish they had patterned sheets. That would be my one thing, is please make them... I mean, there are some ones where they have these plain patterns on the sheets, but then the glass is plain. So it's like if you have patterns on the sheets, the glass is plain. If you have patterns on the top, the sheets are plain. Like, please. Please just I mean, do you think someone who would sleep in a bed with a top like this would have plain sheets? No, they're probably really elaborate. They got some patterns and stuff going on. Anyway, so it doesn't look as fancy magic-y because the sheets are so plain, but if you look at it from the top, it's like, ooh. And of course they have a window to their own room, and I like this. I think these details are really cool. I really like the stained glass windows. So that's this whole bottom plate. Whoa, I just spun the house around. So that's this whole bottom area, bedroom for the other person who lives here, and their little office experiment potion-y area. I guess they make potions more, and then like this person just kind of studies stuff. This seems more like books, writing, scrolls. Like, of course they do still have some potions and ingredient looking things, but they seem more like I don't know, like study focused rather than actually doing things. And then this person seems more like, oh, I actually like make potions and like make stuff because I've got all these materials and I've got potions sitting everywhere. I didn't put a cauldron in here though because it's like, I don't know, it fits weird space. I'm not actually playing in this house, I just wanted to make one. So yeah, then this is the whole downstairs. Weird magic-y pond that grows crystals, and then a little area with books, and this is hovering. Little area with books and crystals, and just kind of like a little nest, a potion den, a place to do mysterious potion things, and also sleep in my bed with very plain sheets. Oh yeah, and there's tea, so they can have tea, because, like, duh, tea, why not drink tea while you're making potions? And I actually used some of the columns of the game down here, because they don't really have a good brown color, and you would think you would have some brown color wood columns to match the color of the windows, because they're columns that go with maybe houses that you would use the windows on, but I don't know. That's why I use these weird dark brown columns and everything, because the columns that came with the stuff don't have this, like, kind of reddish brown sort of swatch. But, weird colored bathroom sort of thing. Another book area. Another study for the other person. The other person's very, very crowded bedroom with painting stuff and things like that in here. And then the main floor, which I like the main floor. I think, what is it like at night? Yeah, at night everything looks really, really warm. It looks very warm and very cozy with very yellowy lighting. And I hate yellowy lighting in real life, but for some reason, like in Sims builds, I'm like, ooh, wow, yellowy lighting. It all looks so warm and nice. So I like the kitchen and stuff at night, because it looks very, I don't know, warm, cute. This is supposed to be yellow lighting. I moved this dude in explicitly so that I can do the change lighting colors on all the lights, but it doesn't really actually look that yellowy. And that's it. And there is this thing, I don't know what the hell these are. Just ignore these random black bars. Some weird building indiscrepancy or something. But there is the ceiling, but I don't think that it shows up really much. Like, oh, well, at this time of day, in bright daytime you can see it, and I guess this is stuff from it, like, at night. At nighttime, you can actually see some moonlight coming through, so that's kind of cool. So they have, like, a glass ceiling there, but, I mean, it doesn't really show down through the whole thing very much, but it's a cool little feature, and this is for nothing. There's nothing in here. It's just like, oh, that looks different. It's just part of the asymmetry, I guess. So that's everything. The weird little, limited to, I'm so sad about not being able to use custom content. All of my beautiful books. You know, I have all those book stacks I use and everything. It's so hard to do, like, a mage build without a bunch of good book stacks. It was, interesting trying to build with, limitations, because I usually don't do that. I usually just go ham wild. So this is the weird kind of asymmetrical, sort of strange looking magic-y house that I built with trying to use some of the magic-y things, even though I didn't actually use that many of them. There you go. So thanks for looking at my house tour.